So you've lost a tooth and you have a space in your mouth. There are really three different ways to restore that space. Restore the space, fill it in with a tooth. One way is with removable appliance, something that comes in and out, has metal clasps on it. Normally for one tooth, most people don't want that. So what I'm going to focus in on are the two ways that something is cemented, stays permanently fixed in your mouth. The first way is with a fixed bridge. What's a fixed bridge? That's where we actually prepare or trim the tooth down so that we can get something with crowns on each side of the space that's connected to a dummy tooth or ponic that fits onto those two teeth, is cemented onto those two teeth. The middle tooth or ponic, the dummy tooth, is only connected to the two teeth on each side and sits down on the gum line. It can be clean underneath, but it's permanently fixed in your mouth and permanently cemented. It's a very popular way to fill in the space. Another way is with an implant. With an implant, you're not dependent on the adjacent teeth. Sometimes there are crowns on the adjacent teeth. Sometimes people don't want the adjacent teeth trimmed down. They say, no, doctor, I don't want to do anything with those adjacent teeth. I just want to fill in the space. In that case, then we can do the implant. The implant is done in more than one office. In the surgical office, the oral surgeon or the periodontist, they do everything below the gum line. They put in what's called the implant. What's an implant? An implant is a titanium cylinder that's really an artificial tooth root. That's placed by the oral surgeon or the periodontist. It's put in there, allowed to heal 3, 4, sometimes as long as 6 months. And while that's healing, you just have a space there. After 3, 4, or 6 months, the oral surgeon then sends you back over to Dr. Root to turn it into a tooth. He does everything below the gum line. We do everything above the gum line. When you come back to see me, Dr. Root, I then put in what's called an abutment. That abutment is something that sticks up above the gum line, and then we get an impression of the abutment, and we make what's called a crown then on that particular abutment. So we have something that's completely retained by an implant, nothing connected to adjacent teeth. It's not dependent on anything living. It's on an implant with an abutment and a crown. And that's the other way that you can fill in the space. There's no right or wrong. They're just different pluses and minuses with each of the options. And each person needs to decide what's best for them clinically and what's best for them financially.